Welcome to Noob Practice. Let's get straight into it. What do we have for you today? We have, on the Axis side, the 12th Panzer Division, Hitlerjugend. And we have, on the Allied side, 3rd Armoured Indian Head Division. So, and we're on Kostrita map. So, straight off the bat, we have a Recon F6C buzzing around. The objective here is to push in the middle here. Middle, left, centre. Hold the right, hold the left. So, this is always a contested area, whether you want it or not, over here. Also, pushing down through here is quite common, and as well as here. Not so much here, big open space. So I'm just going to hold this and deny anything coming over. You can usually get into here before the other side. So, and that's what we've done. Got our grenadiers coming in, good long range troops, not so good short range. I'm trying to get these Afklara up here to go and get some eyes on, but they seem to take a while to do that. I've got my Pack 40 in place. 222 is going to move shortly rather than sitting out the front. Afklara in on return fire so they don't shoot unnecessarily. They're going to move up to the front edge of the forest and get better eyes on. Sturm Pioneers are in here just to hold the forest because that's where they do best at close range. And we now have our two. Now in this deck I'd actually forgot, I'd actually put in these Flampanzer half tracks, and after I started it I went, oh damn, forgot they were there, didn't meant to change that. So we'll just have to try and use them as best we can. I'm going to use them in the centre of town. You want them up close and personal, otherwise these things that are coming down the road here will take you out really easily. So it's more like an ambush, or up against infantry that don't have anti-tank. They're great at that. Here's all these 50 cals shooting like mad at my Focke-Wulf 190 that came out to take down his recon. So here we go. Now I've got a Iron Cross candidate here for you today. This man here. Here come our recon M5s and our M8 Scots. M8 Scot, dangerous little tank, but he just gets a little bit too close. So does the recon. Panzerfaust ready. Good job. Now that's his own mortars coming in on him. M4 Sherman down. That's 3. I jumped him here to get him away because I knew he was coming to get me. So he's not quite sure what's happening. And my Pioneer Führer, boom. So I don't know what happened there, if he died first or surrendered first. I think surrendered just before he died. Oops, another SS atrocity. My 222 Afklara got killed. These troops coming through, but the 222 managed to take out most of them apart from him, who then bazookaed me. I'd moved them back because I knew they'd have bazookas, but not far enough. Always underestimate their range. 81mm mortars coming in. So I'm always the victim of AI mortar barrage. Should be used to it by now. I do plan on bringing in my own, but they're quite far back. I'd have to bring my mortars up to here basically, because this is like almost max range, and they're at risk of getting taken out with this constant armour push that comes down here. So yeah, I need something with a longer reach. All quiet in the centre, and that will remain like that until I can build up my forces to get ready to make a push. But we're constantly fighting over this area here. I mean, they're getting, they're getting mortared all the time, but they're not dying off too badly because they've got the houses to hide in. here's my first Panther D coming in. So, and it's unvetted, so you know they're still got their long range though. They just don't always hit as accurately, fire as quickly. But certainly they can still reach out and touch you at 2,000 meters. Here's our M3 and infantry coming across here. Oh, Panzer 4. Trying to get over here. They've taken this because you see your recon doesn't have a presence on a flag. This is how he's captured this and got a 13. But my Panther's going to start now moving over to the right. That's going to give them a problem. And if I can't get rid of them there, they hide in here, I'm going to have to bring my own troop, infantry or something up here or to take that back. So he's coming in again with some more, what are these, M5s, M5 and a M8. M16 anti-aircraft here, they're just chilling out there. Here he comes. Is that it again? Now, the Panzer Faust gets him, but they're going to start getting hit with the M5, so they've got to get out of there. Still getting mortar fired. Now here we go. Here's my ambush. Whoosh. Double flamers. Take that. So they can work if you get up close on things like light armour. So we did well there. There you go, the M3's down. Rifles are now getting hammered. I'm bringing the 222 round just to finish them off. Now, remember this gun here. Okay, Mr. Invisible. I didn't know he was there. This one at the moment's too far back, so he's not bothering me. I did see tanks coming in here. I didn't know what kind of tanks, so I moved my 233 off, and my Panzer 4's now dealing with. Unfortunately, it was a M8 Scott, so not so bad. We've got another tank M4 in here, so and here's even more coming down. So yeah, their armour was giving me a hard time down here. I was starting to move him over here to bring him in the back just to supplement troops there. He's coming in, he's going to start getting eyes on, causing me problems. Now, here's my 81mm mortar. When I brought him in, I didn't realise I'd put him right, or someone must have clicked here. Obviously my fault. But he's right next to my commander, right next. That's best of buddies, look at this. So, that was a bad move. Don't put your artillery or mortars right next to your commander, because if they're going to get counter-batteried, they're going to be in the firing range. So, my Panther D. Now, I never saw this exchange. I was over the other side, over here, and this lot are ding-donging out. Now, he keeps moving forward. I think that's because the attack move was out to here somewhere. So he kept trying to, complete his attack move when he wasn't getting shot at. Loader knockout. Now, another bounce. This is not going to end well for the Panther, and I didn't know this was happening. And then he goes forward again. Just let's make it a bit easier for this M5. Boom, there we go. So next time I come back looking to check on Mr. Panther. He's a burning wreck. I went, oh my god, first Panther, my bring-in's down. Here we go. Pushing in here. The M4 backed up a bit, but their command tank had come round here, and they're pushing my infantry out just with the volume of fire. Their armoured rifles have now pushed into the town. That's the troops from here on the right, they're now coming in. But these M3s with their 50 cals, dearie me, they're very, very effective. Very effective. Brilliant at suppression, brilliant at killing your troops. So yeah, very difficult to deal with because your Hanamags, they can't deal with them. Your 251, your MG34s, they don't measure up to the 50 cals on these. So I'm just mortaring them to try and get them to back up if I can. Now the two Shermans are now going to try and push up here. My Grenadiers that were over here, they crossed the road. I was going to bring them down, but they're just here. Panzerfaust in hand. Here they come. It's like they were looking for them, but you don't go looking for Panzerfausts if you're in a tank. Now I moved them away because I knew they'd come in there. I thought, oh, I'll nip back in and get this one. Bang. Job done. So yeah, if you're in a tank, do not go looking for troops with Panzerfausts. Never ends well. This 233's just shooting down the road here, shooting down the road. He was doing a good job, just slowing up any resupply of anything coming in here. He's just popping at it. There we go. Down he goes. He was doing a great job. These are excellent light armoured cars. In fact, they would call that like a medium armoured car. It's about 8-wheeled. Brought some flak in just because, you know, wasn't sure if they had any anti-tank, any aircraft. Here's my next Panther to replace the one that went down. I'm bringing in some anti-air with him as well, again, just in case, because I thought, you know, P-47s or Bostons or Mitchells or something might have been showing up in the later phases, so I didn't want to lose my Panthers to that if we could help it. Fuck, Wolf 190 coming in. I think he bombs in the air. I couldn't see exactly what was where, or maybe they'd moved, but a bit of a shame he missed his target there. These guys are all getting pinned down now. They won't surrender, they will die, but they won't surrender. They're fanatical. That's what the little skull is, fanatical. Fanatics. My 12th Panzer fanatics. I keep thinking of berserkers. See that? Sort of Viking berserkers or something. So, yeah, he's still here. Got another one down. He's doing a great job just holding these people off. Panzerfaust, he'll go down. Yeah. Mortaring in here. So this is just, you know, you mortar me, I'll mortar you back. I'm now smoking this off because, again, wasn't sure what was behind here, anti-tank or whatever. Didn't want these all getting sniped as they came in, so I start smoking off my approach as we come in, and they'll start dropping off in the town and around here. In they come. We've got the flag back 12 to 12. So yeah, the 12th SS Panzer Division. I like them. They're good. They've got most of what you need to get the job done, and they're a very much an aggressive division. You know, scam, attack, attack, attack. You know, get in there early on. So, because their armor cars are very aggressive, you can get Panthers in the A phase, more in the B, more in the C. The Grenadiers are good, especially the Panzerfaust ones. They can hold their own, certainly. And you got your Sturm Pioneers for any close-up CQC. So they're pretty good, and you can get reasonable support. I can get my mortars. I brought another one in. I will resolve this issue. Well, I do and I don't, and then I do. But we'll see that later. Nothing else coming in at the moment. So I'm going to try and build up my troops here. They're eventually going to come in over here. This is always a good way to get across. As in here, you don't want to be going across this here or through here. I think I'll bring a couple of Grenadiers over here so I can push my Sturm Pioneers through the forest, then bring up the Grenadiers to cover the open, then push them over under the cover of the Grenadiers, and we'll try and capture this flag. I'll then bring up more troops up here, and then we'll push up through these houses and by the cover of these trees, and then once you've done that, you can then look at maybe getting across here. So my mortars are now trying to just get rid of these M3s. They're really annoying. And like I say, my Hanemags, I don't want to go out and try and take them on because I will lose. I will lose. A 50 cal will cut through the light armour of the Hanemags. Fortunately, no more tanks. I've got an M4 coming down here, and I think that M4 did take care of my 233. So I'm just moving him around to get some more eyes on. Here comes another Panther now, and another one there, Panther Gs, and I've got a third one here. So one of them is going to move over to the right. This one's going to cover up the road to replace the or to back up the Panzer IV. There you go. And this one is destined for over here. He does kind of stop here for a wee moment just to help out, but then he then carries on to where he was told to go. So yeah, I'm still having a hard time with these guys. Nobody pushing me over here yet. So I brought up a Grenadier just to better cover the open area in case they try and push over. And my Sturm Pioneers, they will cover the forest. I could have moved these mortars up now into the back of here to try and get at those, but I didn't do that. Bringing a Jagdpanzer up, he's for the town, to cover this road because I knew my Panther was going over here, so I've kind of left this tank free zone. So the Jagdpanzer was to just come in here and be a brick wall in case any more armour came down there. Somehow they've got eyes on to these people here, maybe this guy that they've been shooting at, so they're just now dropping everything over there. Got M3s in the middle here. Don't know where they were going. I don't know if they're going to try and push out over here, but certainly they're in range, well in range of the Panthers, so they don't stand much of a chance. The M4's coming out. As soon as he pops his head out, he'll be getting challenged also. So these M3s are now getting challenged. Will do, especially once I move them a bit further out. There's some 233, 231s just to come out and provide some optics for the tanks over here. but were farming. Now, that was to try and get this, but I didn't realise it has a pathetic range. So I think I'm just trying to clear out over here. Again, didn't know what was where, so I'm just trying to do a bit softening up in case. Oh no, it's coming in here for these M3s. Try and get rid of them. Because this Panther taken a while to get there, so I think he'd already been in. Then he eventually turned up. And he will, now he can see him, because he'd moved back into line of sight. So we've now cleaned that up. And these armoured rifles pinned down and will be dead soon. This Panther had been getting shot at, excuse me. Can't remember if he'd moved up already or he's shooting now, so he's maybe shooting at this M5 again. Could be the supply truck. Excuse me. So he's repositioned over here and he's getting resupplied. There's replacement troops coming in. Well, moving in just to reinforce that area there. Don't need to worry about here, nothing's coming through. There, got somebody moving up, but we've got plenty here. I've only got the one anti-tank option here, the Panzer Grenadiers. So if there was a couple of Sherman through here, it could be a problem, but they're still mortaring over here. Finally moved my 81mm away from... We've been following him around like a best of buddies. So eventually he did separate. Must have had a falling out. Obviously you can see both sides of the field here. If I replayed these just in what I can see, you know, you kind of go, don't know what's there, don't know what's there. Especially when you're seeing this bulge here, this big bulge here, and you could see there was this one here, so you knew something was in here. But it was actually only two flamethrowers. You know, I could have pushed that. Certainly I'd pushed. Here's my Storm Pioneers are pushed up, Grenadiers covered them as they went over the gap, and we've got that flag, so it's 13-11 now. So I'm starting to take them down. I've brought in 2 Hummels, and that is to sort this problem up here with our mortars. Here's all my troops coming in. They'll come up this way, and these I think are for the centre town. I'm going to do a push here. I've got quite a few troops here now. I've pushed across over here, so that's covering my left flank of for the push into the town. I've captured that, 14-10. They've only got one engineer that we can see now, so it's not going to be causing me problems. But again, you don't know. You don't know. You can't see any of this. You never know. But I knew I was pushing up in force. They've got quite a few things coming in over here. There's 3 Shermans, a jumbo as well here, I think. Yep, there it is. So I've lost that Panther again to this M5. He was and every time I came over to look, I couldn't see him. Could not see him. Didn't know where he was. He could have been in any of that hedge line, tree line. Yeah, I'd have ran out of HE trying to position fire my Panther into all the trees, and guaranteeing absolutely nothing. So they're all sneaking down the edge of the tree line here, little sneaks. But my Panther, you can see them. So they're not going to get away with that. And they've got quite a lot of ground to cover. Panzer IV can see him now also. And that's a regular Sherman, so their jumbo got side shot, which makes it a lot easier. These guys take a while to aim. But they're harder to kill as well because they're armoured. They're 150s, so they do reasonable damage. And certainly if they can't kill them, they'll suppress them for sure and stop them firing. You can see the damage they've done in the town here. Yeah, these 181 mils. But, you know, I'm not there anymore. I'm in the forest. And I've started pushing up here. Started pushing into the town. These flamers are gone. They're now trying to mortar me. Now, I tried, please somebody tell me. I tried counter battery. They weren't doing anything. So that's why they went to aiming, because I gave them the T command to hit this area here where I could see it was coming from. I could see the little puff, you know. So I just started hitting this area. They weren't counter batterying. So somebody tell me, does artillery counter battery fire on mortars? Because I don't find they do it, at least not consistently. I'm usually having to manually target them. And then other times I've seen them do it. So, but they don't do it consistently. I don't know if that's just counter battery is a bit like that in general. It's a bit iffy, or they have a problem with mortars. But I find about 70, nearly 80% of the time I have to do it manually for mortars. Other artillery pieces, no, that's not so much. So we've got a little bit of a push here, supported by a Sherman. I've got my Jagdpanzer here, but again he's still just for covering over here, and my Panther was for up and down the road. I think he's moved in a bit. He can do with coming out a bit here. Well, you can still see down the road. You can see down the road. So, but he's sitting back here, so here's more grenadiers. I think they're going to move up here and assist in the push. Try to move down here. I could do with getting this flag, make it a 15 to 9. That would give me a double tick. Moving the mortars up to give them a bit better range, further into their back lines, and their 81mm had to pull way back, so that's good for me. Mind you, I've pushed way forward, so they're still able to get me, just they couldn't be able to get down here, no doubt. They can't hit the town, but of course I'm no longer there. I'm up here in their face. Now I've just got the one Panther G here. And I was very aware he was just on his own up here, so I do call in some support for him, some other of his buddies, at least a Panzer IV and I think another Panther, because if he goes down I've got nothing here, nothing. I'd have to reposition one of these over here to cover, because there is more. There's the jumbo, there's more coming in, so he's got all the work to do. We've captured this flag, we're now 15-9. But this is a bit contested, this one, because they've got a fair bit coming in here. Still got these troops sitting here. So it's still a bit of a noob lesson to learn. Our jumbo goes down. He had quite a good fight with the Panther G. I thought he was maybe going to get the better of him. I do find that the jumbos seem to be a little bit more able to fight a Panther than a regular M4. But they've got the same gun as far as I'm aware, so I don't know why their gun seems to do better than a regular M4. Armour wise, of course it's better, it's a jumbo. But I don't see how his gun should be better. And they always seem to do more damage than a regular M4 does. I need to check the stats on them, but I think he's getting shot at by, I don't know if it was the M10 over here. It's not that M5. Must have been the M10. Could have been that. Could have been that. Yep. Mr. Invisible. I never saw that M5 gun throughout the whole game. There was never anything showing up. Whenever I looked, you know, because you're all over the map, but whenever I popped back to have a look, nothing there. So I don't know how it managed to keep itself invisible for so long. And I mean, I've Clara, look, these guys sitting right here. They should be able to see that. They never did. And certainly after it fired, it just went invisible again. So I don't know if it didn't seem to be moving back into the forest. It just sat there. So M4 moving in the town. Those troops did finally move up and add into the troops in here, so I can do a push forward. They're all Panzerfaust, so if I can just keep creeping them up through the houses, we'll get these tanks. There's a jumbo coming in here. Now it starts giving me a hard time, this thing. The M8 was shooting at me, but we dealt with that. There's my Hummels hitting up here. Now you can see it's quite large dispersion, but it does cause them problems. There's no radio coverage up here, obviously. But where Framin was, he's repositioned now. He's used to sort of more tactical support because he's just not got the range that I thought he had. So yeah, it's good to know your technical data of your weapons. So you know, there's a lot of weapons to remember. So yeah, we're taking some fire here around the peripheries. So just about hanging on to this flag. So they tend to hide over here and shoot into the town. I could have maybe made better use of my Air Force to come in and attack these guys. I think I've got more troops passing through on their way up to the front. Yeah, this jumbo's killing my troops, and it's not a great forest to hide in, or you know, it seems to be translucent. You know, they can see right through it to the other side. Even if you're on the other side of that, they can see you. So yeah, not great. So I brought this another Panther here. Brought one up, but I must have just selected him to go there and forgot about him. Here's some more Grenadiers coming up. Now these are not Panzerfaust Grenadiers, so they're certainly good for fighting their infantry, but not their tanks. And this Panther's getting a bit close to this jumbo, so yeah, he will have a chance now to take me out. And this is a 76. An M4A176, so definitely very dangerous. So I need to get this one up here ASAP. But here's my Panzer IV coming to back me up as well. Nothing happening over here. My Panther's just sitting at range. Take anything down. That supply truck should be getting shot. Somebody should be shooting that. Always good to shoot their supplies. So again, I wasn't. Look at this M3 coming down. we go. Took a wee while to shoot him, but... So yeah, I wasn't over here a lot because I knew it was pretty safe. I was over this side of the map. So the Panther's taken down the Jumbo, which is good. This 76 is now coming up. Can't see him. Can't see me. My Panzer 4 though. Grenadiers moving round. Another 76 coming. My Hanomag went down. Oh, Panzer 4 can see him. See somebody. Maybe the infantry. Oh. Jumbo's sitting here. Bouncing everything. Loader wounded though. Down he goes. That's my Panzer 4 I think did that actually. So another Jumbo. I think he's bouncing the Panzer. Is it? No, not him. Ah, it's the Jagdpanzer. Okay. My Jumbo equivalent. So yeah, just trading blows. Two very heavily armoured tanks slugging it out. And here's the where Framin just to see if that can get him. And there we go. Problem solved. Mortars just hitting up here because they'd been shooting into the side. The other 76 went down, and now my other Panthers arrived. We have 1 minute 32, 16 to 8. So I don't think there's much coming back from the Allies now. Jumbo at the back, he's never going to get down in time. Another Jumbo here. But the Panthers can deal with the Jumbos. There is a Panzerfaust Grenadier coming in just because, you know, I knew I still had tanks to deal with, and Jagdpanzer now coming up because they're always a good counter to the Jumbos. These guys had been cut off, so they're all now falling back. I noticed this line had just collapsed, so I'm moving all my troops forward. We've got the town, and I'm actually pushing up here. I'm trying to push up here to get this flag. Be my next objective. I'll hold the town. We're holding here. They're not coming over there. I'm not going out over there. If anything, I'd break in here through this way and then push up, maybe up there, but I'd certainly break in through here, take these flags. But with 1 second, there we go. Minor defeat to the Americans, 4,220 for the Axis and 1,240 for the Allies, so almost a 4-to-1. My SPW 233 is doing great jobs, paying themselves off. Grenadiers, Panther Ds also doing good job. These Grenadiers, see, they get multiple kills. Panther, lots of kills here, lots of tanks. Another Panther. If you just keep them at range, Panthers doing lots of kills. Even my Focke-Wulf got them. One of the, I think that was one in the centre actually. Jagdpanzer, you know, it's getting M4s, getting half tracks. That was one in the town. We're Framin. Did get the Jumbo, the engineers, M3s. So yeah, doing good. Yeah. The Americans, there's their 81 mortars. Most kill them at half tracks, few troops, but more annoying and suppression, pinning down your troops. Very, very, very annoying. There's an M5 gun, Panther. This is Mr. Invisible, Gregory the Invisible Man. They could never ever see him. So there you go, Noob Practice. Um, kind of few lessons learned. Don't keep your commandant or commander right next to your artillery. Um, check your lines of sight. Uh, still did my practice with the smoke in the small town there. Could have been a bit better, a little bit more smoke to the right, but you perfect these things, and just remembering to do it before you go rushing in is half the battle, you know. So yeah, not bad, not bad. 12th SS, I like them. They're quite good. Usually, if you're watching these online hosted battles with these league divisions or division league games, a lot of good divisions get banned. So you never see them played. And I think, it's like, oh, we should play some of the good ones. But they're all banned. So you never see them. So anyway, I'll be trying to play some more of the good divisions. At least you get to see them here and you can practice them. You can see how they operate and the good and the bad. And my good and bad, I don't necessarily maybe use them the best they could be used. Anyway, it depends how you build your deck and lots of other variables. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Do all the YouTube stuff, the what is it? Like and subscribe, all that stuff. Okay, take care, and I'll see you the next time.